Welcome to Mascoting 101. I am Okie Doki Coyote, the one, the only, the great, the lonely. Somebody asked me why I'm lonely.
Why are you lonely?
Because I'm at the top.
Of what?
Of this game, our game that Pacer and I are in.
But then we're at the top together and you're not lonely.
That's true. Anyway, Mascoting 101, this is what we're going to tell you about the pseudo-semi-working end of a fursuit performer. I am, like I said, I'm Okie Doki Coyote. I am the, break it down, big news. I'm the former mascot for the Tornado Alley Roller Girls out of Oklahoma City. Yes, roller derby had a mascot, and why? Because I decided they needed one.
He just kept showing up. They couldn't get rid of him.
Couldn't get rid of me. And now I am with I was actually, and we'll get into this later, I was actually recruited by another team. I was recruited by the Green Country Roller Girls out of Tulsa, who are a nationally ranked team. And they offered me gas money and my own dressing room. I call those perks.
Not Tulsa.
Recognize Tulsa. So that's my story. I've been doing this since 08-ish, but I've been last 3 years with Tornado Alley. And now I'm really looking forward to my time with Tulsa. And now to my immediate right or your immediate left, unless you're dyslexic, leave it like it was.
Hi, I'm Pacer Fox. I was the mascot for the Austin Ice Bats until they folded. But I've had a lot of experience with doing professional mascot work and also stuff for charities. I have a charity panel tomorrow. Come on by and learn how you can work with those organizations, but that's not this panel right now. So now on to Okie's list. Oh. Okay, it is part of the panel.
We're going to make it part of the panel. It's called Using Your Powers for Good.
And not evil like most of you want to.
Okay, we're going to do a little quick bullet point thing here. First and foremost, have any of you had any experience in just, even for fun, fursuiting in public? Okay, so you had. Yes, I've seen your video. It's creepy. The people at 7-Eleven will never be the same.
You have about a story.
No, you buy something.
This is not a library.
TP not Taj Mahal. Anyway. Okay, who had a good experience their first time out mascoting in public?
Not Huggy.
Okay. Who had the, maybe this wasn't such a good idea experience? Nobody yet? Kind of promise you. Okay. Imagine how you felt in the hazards that you had to deal with, and how many of you had a handler? Or did you fly solo?
In a world without a handler.
A handler is a mascot's or public fursuiter's best friend. Pacer,
Or worst enemy.
why don't you cover what they're supposed to do?
The handlers are supposed to just watch out for you, warn you in case, hey, there is a staircase right in front of you and you might fall down, break both your legs. They are also your voice. If you don't have a talking character, your mouth doesn't move. Kids are like, what's your name? Why are you here? And if you don't have a handler, it's...
Are you a dog?
It's a bear! Everything is a bear.
Everything's a bear. So, here's
Or a
the
dog.
everything's a bear. Or a dog.
So they can kind of talk for little ones who are wondering who you are while you're there, and also the bigger ones who say, I can see you in there, let me try to rip your head off.
Or pull your paws off.
Or pull your tail.
So, handlers, they are your best friends or your worst enemies, especially in any public event, because you can't watch your back. They can't. They are your eyes, your ears, and they are a good liaison between little ones like Skylar here, who have not been raised around fursuiters and crazy furries all his life. You see a big cartoony head in kids in public, it's gonna go one of two ways, I promise you. It's either gonna go, or it's going to go,
Hey, you're not real!
no, I was going with,
Oh.
Yeah, there's that.
That's a third way then.
It's going to go like the kids are going to be unsure and stare at you, and you decide where you go from there.
How many of you, as I rudely
I was saying, handlers can also protect you from the parents that think that now you are their baby care sitting service and, oh, I'm just going to go shopping. I'm leaving you with the fully well-trained costume person.
at the mall. The big old pedo bear looking.
Bad parenting.
So, yeah, that'll come up too.
Oh, yeah.
So, another thing another good point I want to convey is your handler, you're in public, you train your handler first. Don't expect them to know what you need. If you get in trouble or you get into a situation where you're overheating or something's going horribly wrong and you don't recognize it, your handler should. So, in choosing your handler, that's the most important thing to do, especially in any public situation.
And I was saying they can be your worst enemy because you also get the handlers that are assigned to you that do this.
Not a good handler.
Oh, there's some stairs.
Yeah. Watch that pole holding up that park bench there, surrounded by cactus. That's
Oops. You look hurt bad.
Yeah, you look. Oh, we should get that cleaned.
Also, it's important to have hand signals.
Yes.
Know your hand signals. Okay, next our bullet point is amateur versus pro. Amateur defines as anybody that volunteers and does it for the love of it. Now, that's what I basically did with Tornado Alley. I was there to kind of entertain the crowd and do that, and the team basically got me into all the gigs, you know, basically for free. So,
Just for the love of it.
so if you get into this and you decide that, hey, I'd like to be a mascot for somebody that doesn't have it, or you'd be better than the guy that does it, you know, look at amateur versus professional, because professional, I tried out for Rumble for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, the guy that rocked the Sasquatch suit for 10 years up in Seattle has 2 alternates that must be able to perform at the same level that Rumble does. Should Rumble, you know, get sick, blow out his ACL, do whatever. And those guys are no joke. They are in the Players Union. They can be traded, and they can be recruited by other teams. They may have to, you know, sit in for someone of the night. Hey, you need to be in, you know, Florida tomorrow night for something like that. So consider that, because there are time commitments to it. Believe it or not, there's time commitments. I just can't stress that enough. If you are in, like I say, an NBA team or in even a farm league for the NBA, NFL, soccer, rugby, arena football, whatever, you're basically property of said team. You know, they depend on you to be there. That's part of their image, and they're going to expect you to uphold those commitments.
But they
So,
pay you.
yeah, they will pay you. So,
And quite handsomely.
do not mess that gig up. And your costume is provided for you most of the time by the team. So you have to kind of, and that Rumble suit I know cost over $4,000 at Buffalo.
And depending on your team, you may be the one that's most concerned about its cleaning and upkeep.
All right.
Yeah.
Questions on that end of it? So far, so good? Okay, no hands. We're winning. Public hazards. We've kind of covered that. However, there are some public hazards that you may not have thought of. Puddle of water. You want to walk around with a soggy football one night? This is built on a house shoe with a good liner in it. Step in a puddle of that, or spilled Coca-Cola, spilled beer, and there's a smell you won't forget.
Yeah, and that's also another place that handlers can come in. They can see the kids running at you full speed with the ice cream cone.
Or the popsicle.
Oh, thank you.
Kyokyo, could I get you to come up here, please? Just one moment. Kyosuke is wearing a clockwork suit that costs its crowd $2,000. Imagine berry blue on this. White fur.
You have a new marking.
You have a new marking, berry blue. Or that red dye number 4 on, turn around.
No.
Oh, he doesn't have one. He's got 3 you can pull with the ice cream hands. Yeah.
Or chocolate covered hand.
Chocolate is also epic.
Yeah.
So, okay. Thank you, love. But now, I understand a costume like that's even parade issue or video shoot issue. You'd still want a good handler with that. So, also public hazards. Your costume can be damaged by. Hey, Bill, come here, hold my beer a minute. I'm gonna take a picture of this guy. He's crazy, man.
Got a lash on you.
Got a lash on you. Sorry. Put that out. Diamond, would you come here, please?
Catching on fire.
This, from here to here, to here, to here, to here is flammable. You're basically wearing a plastic, thin-fibered, highly flammable, body-tight, can't get out of this thing quick. This goes up in flames, that's a bad scene. It will most likely melt first.
And stick to you.
Yeah, and stick to you, even though you're wearing Under Armour or whatever.
Roll will not help.
No, it will not help, and you will probably suffocate within seconds inside the big foam head here. So, thank you, love.
Such positive things.
Hey, Roy, get off your rainbow-covered butt and come up here. Okay, star-shaped butt. Okay. Roy loves hugs. I don't want to hug Roy if he smells like an ashtray. So that's another public hazard. It's just even if he runs into like an ashtray and the ash falls on him or whatever it is. I don't know if you've ever smelled a wet ashtray. That's a horror you won't forget.
Oh, yeah.
So any of that, these, like again, he's got good vision to a point. So yeah, you're looking at, you know, he's the cartoony, happy, wonderful one that you can approach. You know, he's the one that his hazards are coming in about this height.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think of that, did we? Honey, hold on, let me get the iPhone ready. And noggin right there. I don't care how cute it is. It runs into you in the wedding tackle. Which could lead to, I just had a root beer and a hot dog. So there's that. Now on the other end of that, what about the costume that does not look so happy and approachable? What happens if someone has coulrophobia? Who knows what that is? Fear of clowns, costumes, mascots. Gunter, please. Very realistic. Get down in feral. Even approaching a child, that looks like a giant living dog. Okay? Okay, stand up. He's checking in about 6'1", are you 6'1"? Yeah, and he has, even with his ears, he's 6'6", 6'7". Someone that sees this, I encountered a woman actually one time that had an adult fear of mascots. And she did everything in her power to weave through that crowd, knock people's beer out of their hands and everything. She didn't want no part of this. No interaction, no nothing, couldn't even look at it. I mean, it's a genuinely debilitating fear. So,
best not to go after those people.
No, don't be that guy and go, oh, come on, I want to hug, come on. You know, it's just best to remove yourself completely from the situation.
Oh, yes.
So, thank you. But there's a good way to prevent that hazard, and all you have to do is basically the arena you're working in. This comes down to another bullet pointer. You know, not kids are good with fire. You have to know your environment. Scout your arena first. Scout your area you're going to be. Go down the day before if you're asked to be in a public place. You gotta.
Yeah, just you want to check it out. Make sure. Okay, I know I'm working with a handler, but sometimes they can be distracted at someone's asking them a question about you, or you know, where are the bathrooms here? That happens, and if you haven't scouted out the arena, then oh, this didn't have a railing on it, and now I'm falling.
Hey, those stairs are sure sting! But yeah, scout the arena. It's going to do you some good. It really is. It's going to keep you safe, keep you happy, keep you unbroken.
Funny on YouTube, but not for you.
No, funny on YouTube. So, all right, kids are good with fire. Kids are great with fire, especially if they got a sparkler at a 4th of July event. Mm-hmm. Kids are great with fire if they're holding mama's cigarette. No, I'm not talking about kids.
Hold this cigarette from mama.
How about the big kids? We've seen them here in the smoking area. You know, they insist on hugging you. They're not going to let that cancer stick go for love nor money. 7 minutes off your life each cigarette, by the way. Just letting you know.
It's not the bad part.
The bad part. So just kids are great, but here's something we got to discuss and we got to talk about it. And Pacer, who's known this as long as I have for years, yeah, probably. Can he? I need Tolka. Or, come here, hon. Hey, believe it or not, and you can't tell if this is male or female in there, it's the mystery, but everybody assumes a mascot is male. That's actually a very nice college student female in here.
We know.
Now, when you kneel down to hug somebody, just kneel down. Do the one knee, take your knee's the barrier. Let the kid approach from this way, never between your legs. That's just the business of it, people. Never let a kid come in between your legs and hug you because they don't know that they're running and the little shins come in there. Plus, if you hold that hug a little too long, you know where that train of thought is going.
It turns into a very wrong photograph that he does.
Hey, Skylar.
You want a hug?
Can I hug?
And he's one of those not sure kids.
Okay.
So. Thank you. Can we help you there? Hey, look. Say hello.
Kids touch you.
Oh, and if you see a kid act like Skylar does, he's unsure, please, for the love of God, don't push yourselves on them because that's what creates that fear of your masks. So just letting you know.
If they're unsure, you let the kid make the decision whether they want to come close. You let the little one make sure if they hug, and you always give it's the shoulder, arm rub, pat.
Okay, you want to show what you do if a kid's unsure, what kind of body language you give?
Tolka?
No, you'll do what I do.
Come here, Lindsay.
Come here, Shiva, pretend you're a little kid.
Pretend you're a little kid. Please. And you're afraid.
Okay.
See what she did? She's hiding her eyes. Now she's afraid. You're switching the fear and the empowerment back to them. And then, what's the ultimate come here kid? Especially with male children, what do you want? Everybody wants the high five. That's the ultimate at arm's length contact. Because all you have to do is comment. All you have to do is just that. That's enough. And you've broken the ice right there. Then that might lead to later when they're walking away.
Yeah.
They'll point.
And
So
wait.
what, and wave. That's the okay. I'll get you next time. So the next costume performer, they'll be okay with you. Stop being 5 minutes.
Also, another thing that you do is peekaboo is really.
Peekaboo is, thank you. Peekaboo is wonderful for that. And now Oki, when he's there, he's got the laugh, and I'm a talking character, so I can talk and interact with them. But you know, and it's good if it's a small performer. Okay, see, small animal. You're a big man. Do not want. Okay, this is an awesome size comparison. Here. Crocky. Can I get the horse? Yes. He's been working all day. He's been working all day. The beautiful Clydesdale. Usually there's size comparison over here.
Hey, dude,
Okay.
where's the beer?
Now, look at filthy animal here. my beautiful filthy animal. Okay. Now he's got. Let's see his face. What emotion does that mask convey? Anger. A little bit. A little attitude there. Now, what does pistons convey?
Happy. I'm spazzy.
Falling
I'm
down.
out of my mind.
It's got a toy.
Play.
See, a toy. Playing with. Now, what does this big handsome devil convey?
Almost got you.
Represent. You've done this before.
Look at you.
But, okay.
Look at your man. Now look upon me.
Now look at. Now this is, for all intents and purposes,
He looks
these
stoned.
two are very intimidating. You know, that's when you're little, you're looking up and you're encountering all that, the big unblinking eyes, the mouth.
But he looks stoned.
Even the taller characters, like in the big ears and the big face, it's just like someone like, hi, how you doing? They've got that perception of it's fantasy and it's fun, but it's not behind that TV screen. Yeah, it could eat me. It's real life. That's a lot for little kids, so kids are good with fire. Just remember that. Any questions about interacting with kids? No, just come.
What about when like parents are forcing their kids on you?
Bad parents.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Get away.
What do you? Yeah. Walk away. Mm-hmm. Find a wall. Just like Mark. Just turn around, baseball. Yeah, you just kind of you put yourself in the corner. You take yourself out of the situation. You have to. And just or you can give them a little. You know, do not want just now. Find yourself. You know, find yourself out of the situation because some parents they've got to have that picture for the Christmas card, or they've got
Your terrified child
Yes.
crying in front of a character.
Yeah, and that's going to turn that calorophobia switch on, and we don't want that. Okay, thank you very much. Awesome.
What? Thank you.
Awesome. Wonderful.
Except for you, animal.
Respect for you, animal. Keep going.
You're worth so much.
He can do that to me. Wow. Did you hear that? It sounded like you stepped on a bag of eggs.
Oh, there goes my
There
spine.
goes my spine. No, it's only my spine. Okay, our next PowerPoint is representing with class. Represent with class.
Yeah.
Keep it classy, okay?
Yep, keep it classy. Now, how I act here at the con is not how I can act in front of Green Country. We would hope not. I'm representing a team. I've got their colors on. I've got their jersey. I'm part of that team. Here goes the image is tagged with me. If I want my sport to be taken seriously, if I want my team to be represented properly, I have to discipline my actions and keep it completely professional and do the wave. If I can get away with the stage dive, I will. If I can, you know, lead the chants, whatever, be very physically active, then I'm going to do that. But there's times when you have to keep it low key.
Yeah, I think from my experience, the higher percentage of your time in an arena is very big motions and high energy, whereas for the team, they also have days where, you know, you might go to a mattress store opening where kids are there with their families, and then you kind of have to bring the emotions in. Also, if you're going to go do a hospital, you don't want to wave your arms around.
You're there to make them feel better, not to freak them out. So yeah, you're representing with the class. You have to know what is proper where. You know, who to hug, who to high five, who to make sure that you are seen by. And the mascot's main focus is to work the crowd when the team isn't. You got to know your place. You don't want to be the attention monger when something important is going on, pre-game, halftime, anything like that. That's your time to take a break.
Right.
That's your time to chill out and be less of the focal point. So you're the icing on the cake, basically, for a semi-pro team at all.
Between, with me, it was like working between periods for the hockey game, and also if the action's on, you're in a place where you're cheering or taking a break. It's, yeah.
Cheering with, you're a fan also. You just happen to be a costumed fan. So, any questions on that whatsoever? Have a
They will
good
still
time.
be watching you.
True.
Even if you're taking a break, they will still be watching
Yes, all eyes are on you no matter what. People love to catch people. Like, I take my head off for the Star Spangled Banners. I go behind the bleachers. I can still see the flag, but I have my head off behind the bleachers. So that's another thing.
And you also have to make, especially if you're doing the sporting events, you have to make these judgments about how to handle the people in front of you while staring through something that is about the size of a dime while you're high energy looking around working the crowd. So it can be very difficult, and that's why we take breaks 15, 20 minutes on, and then you got to take a break because you are just high energy for those 15, 20 minutes.
Yes, you are. So our last bullet point of this little experiment is also knowing your place, know your personal limitations. You cannot perform at the level that you need to if you have a sentient or a static lifestyle. If your favorite position is this, woo, laid back. That's not gonna happen. Me, I'm rocking a little mild tear in my calf muscle right now. A knee that's sponsored by 3M. I have some of their fine surgery products in it.
There goes the metal detectors.
Yes, there they go. There's, heat exhaustion. You're in an arena, not a nice air conditioner like this. Imagine the heat factor in there.
Oh yeah.
It's 20 minutes on max, 30 minutes if there's something, if you feel like you can. But then you're at least 30 minutes off. You've got to rehydrate. You've got to rehydrate the right way. You've got to take your energy level down and stretch between your performances.
And I'd say definitely those pro performances in the arena are when you're going to need the spotter more than the mattress store opening with the families, yeah.
There's a thing in roller derby called a blue line, and it's where the fans cannot sit in front of, but it's that's where I can work and run around, and I don't roller derby in these at all. It would tear them up too bad. I'm actually going to use Rezigs this year because I make these really sweet green and black ones, and that's my team colors. Sweet. It's an excuse for me to get new shoes. But I don't, my old feet, I kind of wish I brought them. They were on my old K-Swiss tubes. I put the fur over them so I could have that traction because I was up and downstairs. I was running on a wood floor.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was running up and down bleachers. So
And they were tore up.
they
by
were
the
tore
time
up
you were
from the
done.
floor up. I had absolutely no claws left. The toes were split. They
bottom-
were hot glue and a prayer.
The bottom of your feet was bone.
It's pure bone, no flesh. Here's a hazard you probably will never experience in your life, but I hope you do. The average roller girl checks in at about 170 pounds without the armor, wrist, elbow, slide pants, knee pads, skates, helmet, mouth guard. Catch one of them in your lab. When you have this much warning, hey Coyote! And she's right there. So.
And I guess going back also to checking arena, I just thought of this. Whether you're doing a professional gig or you're just doing it for fun, you always want to check out you have a place to take a break and also change in your suit. That is not a bathroom or a porta-john.
No.
I don't know about you, but the hockey team sent me to a couple of, you need to go do this corporate event at a baseball field. Oh, there's a porta-john over there. Can you change in there? No. That's why I have a van.
That happens. That goes on. You'll be asked to change some. Just don't do it in the bathroom. There's too many things that could go wrong. Dads are bringing their little boys in there, and you're trying to put your Under Armour on or whatever, and it's just.
Or you need a break and the kids are following you into the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's what I found with events. It's like, no, not the bathroom. Do you have an office or something like that? And usually they'll let you
Break
use
room.
that break room. Yeah.
Okay, Q&A. Anything and everything, because we've heard it all. Yep, in the back.
A couple of months ago, a mascot broke $1 million crystal award thing. Did you see that story?
No.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that, okay.
Be aware of your surroundings. Have a spotter.
Oh, another thing, our kids are great with fire. Under no circumstances, ever, take a child from a parent for a picture. You can't hang on to them. I don't care how good your paws are. You have the parent hold the child, you stand beside him, or you kneel down and have the little one right here, but never, ever elevate the child off the ground.
Hold my baby!
Yeah, hold my baby! No, sorry, I'm not in church.
Yeah, you're more qualified than I am at this point.
So that's just, fans won't have common sense. You've got to have it for them. Basically, that's what it is. And if you're going into some place, and Dale, what a perfect opportunity for them to show off. Come up here, please.
Dale, get your butt.
Yes, you, Dale Fox, in the cutest Chip and Dale shirt in the history of the world. Okay. Dale has on some fursuit sandals. I don't know if you can see those or not.
Up with the feet.
Those protect these $200 boots.
Higher.
Those are essential if you're going to do like march in a parade for any extended period of time, walk around outside, even at a con where you don't want to mess your feet up. Those are essential. Turn around, please.
Concrete will shred them.
Another reason you don't ever want to, you need to know your place when you're mascotting. Look at the size of that. That knocks a lot of things off. That could, you know, brush up against the cigarette, anything like that.
Dustbuster.
It's a dustbuster. Big tails are another, you know, the costume itself, you know, holds hidden hazards. So knowing your costume and knowing its limitations, and basically keeping everything at arm's length, is going to keep it in the pristine shape that Dale's is. And it's what, 3 years old? 4. 2. 2 years old? As much as that's traveled, so. Thank you, Dale.
Thank you, Dale.
Thank you, Dale. Gonna be a gorgeous fox. So, okay, Q&A. Anybody? Anybody?
Also, know the limitations of your suit.
Absolutely. Know what the costume can do. Who's ever seen the Chick-fil-A cow? I've rocked that before. 60 pounds. It's a helmet. You look through a spot in the chest. It has a cooling vest with it, full of frozen stuff. And then you have to put the sign on over it and stand and wave with a hoof. And it's got shoe covers, big hoofs, and they're vinyl on the bottom. That suit is a menace. It should never have been built.
And people say, I've seen people tackling a mascot, I should tackle you.
If I see you coming, ooh, there you are, feeling. Security, please, taser him. And whatever you do, if you're mascotting for a team, don't be the mascot at the party, in the pool, in the punch bowl, with your pants off, with just the head, you know. So respect that. You got to respect your position, respect your power, respect your authority. Yes, Connor.
If you're planning to go out, don't show up at a place randomly. Even though you think it might be a good surprise, a lot of times it's not.
Yeah, definitely. If you've been asked to mascot somewhere publicly, make sure that your PR people have called ahead. Because sometimes nowadays, oh, it's a cute black and white coyote fox looking thing, but it's got a head full of thermite and a tail full of TNT, or it's got sarin gas in there.
Or what is that random costume stranger doing with those children?
Mm-hmm. That happened in Korea with a domo looking pedo bear thing. That really went on. So, okay. Any other questions? Anything? Fursuit parade's coming up.
Okay.
Meet in the main ballroom at 3:30. It is 3:10 right now, and then the parade starts at 4 o'clock, not 4:05, not 4:20, but 4 o'clock.
Thank you all very much for coming. Patient Fox, okie dokie. Kind of a big deal. We're on the internet, we're kind of a big deal.
When's your big movie?
Oh, that was a good throw.
Yeah, I've been trying to
Hey.
you get better at it.
Little man's gonna be a pitcher.
That's what I want. I just want to get my baseball out here.
That's right. He's shortstop. That's where it's at.
I had to play outfield.
I did too. That's
I was good at it, but I wanted to play infield. But you know, all the coaches gave me that deal.
You got that text? It's cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'm just gonna throw it for now. I saw you get that one for one.
I think I've got one where you two are making face he's blurry, but your two faces are awesome. And I got one of Paris. She does this thing real quick. She walks in and goes, "That's not the balls collector." But she's being mean. Get her to take a ball game.
just show up.
See, like this.
They're not here yet.
This mean face, and she's like, yeah, I just got her for it.
Well, I did too, but they kept me before. They're supposed to see the parade. That's what they wanted to make them come.
Yeah.
Well, I really invited them. Off the top of my head. I thought you were a fox.
Oh, yeah. I know, I saw that. I go, yep.
No. What is it now? Serval? Thylacine?
Yeah.
Thylacine!
Not sure what that is.
It's a Tasmanian tiger. They're almost extinct. Not the found one.
No.
They found like one.
They have an embryo, they're going to flow.
That's cool. And he had a good picture.
I did mainly just the first.
I'm so honored to be in your presence.
God, it's like a fulcrum.
Go for it.
He's already staggering out of it. Oh, it would have been better for you, not for me, because I landed on you, falling backwards.
See, they're stomping off.
All the
Look at it.
all the dry erase marks flew in the air. Just, come up and you went. It was worth it.